Hey everybody, welcome to Explain America. I'm your host, Carmine Sabia, and it is the day after Election Day. Things are still crazy. We're going to try and break it down for you and let you know the skinny on what's going on. So please stay tuned with us here. But before we do that, please always remember to like, share, subscribe, comment. We love to read your comments, guys. Please make sure you follow Explain America on Facebook and come chat with us in the Explain America Lounge. Now, on to the after election day news. So it is absolutely crazy, right? It's November 9th. We don't know what's going on with the Senate. We don't know what's going on with the House. Everybody's got concerns. I've been getting DMs and messages like crazy from family and friends and just some of you people out there that have wanted to know what's going on. Obviously, I can't answer all of them. There's a lot of them, right? So I'm going to try and break it down here in this video the best I can and understand that I don't know everything and things change by the minute. Races that haven't been called for a reason because we don't know what's going to happen. We can make our best predictions, but we don't know what's going to happen. So let's start in Arizona with the Senate. Don't know what's going to happen. There's a really good chance if you look at the trajectory of Kari Lake's numbers for the governorship, you can kind of see also the Senate creeping up as well. So there's a possibility that the Republicans can wrest Arizona from the Democrats, from Mark Kelly. It's possible, but right now Mark Kelly's in the lead, and if the election ended today, it would be a comfortable lead. But here's the thing. About 60% of the Arizona vote is in. The biggest county, Maricopa, is not in yet. There's 40% of the vote outstanding. So there's a long way to go in Arizona. It could be quite a while until we get the final results from there. When you look over in Nevada, the Republican is ahead in Nevada, and that's Laxalt. But because of the way it works there, they're not done counting yet. And some of the more urban areas that tend to vote Democratic, they're coming in late. So that could switch at any time. So what could happen here is a couple of scenarios. I'll lay them out for you. If the Republicans take Arizona and Nevada, game over, they control the Senate. If the Democrats take Arizona and Nevada, game over, they control the Senate, right? So we know that. But then there's the possibility they split. And if they split, the entire Senate comes down once again to Georgia, and it's Herschel Walker and Senator Raphael Warnock locked in a dead heat, going to a runoff in December to decide everything. What makes matters more complicated is that on November 15th, Trump has said he's going to make a major announcement. What is that announcement? Up until the midterms, we were pretty sure he was going to announce he was running for president. But the midterms came back, and guys, look, we got to be honest. There was no red wave, right? At best, there's a red trickle. I believe it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that we're going to win the House, but it's by a tiny minority. So, or tiny majority, I should say. So you're looking at a situation where they're not in the best of shape in the House, right? There's going to be never Trumpers in there and kind of some rhinos mixed in there. So it doesn't mean Biden can't get anything passed, but it probably does halt his radical leftist agenda for the most part. Senate is still crucial. Now, if you walk away with this with just a tiny majority in the House, and the Democrats still, even with the 50-50 split with Kamala Harris, the vice president, as a tiebreaker, Democrats still keep Senate. You pretty much held serve. You took the House, you held serve. The Democrats got to be happy with that result. The Republicans have got to be disappointed with that result. If, however, the Republicans walk away with a small minority of a majority in the House, then they take the Senate. Well, then that's a much bigger victory than it's being seen as right now. Because if you have both chambers of commerce, what's the difference in the Senate? Well, the difference in the Senate is you can block judges. You can block a lot of other stuff. You can have more committee hearings. You can protect the filibuster. You can make sure they don't pack the Supreme Court. A lot of different things happen if you have control of the Senate. So that's huge. If they walk away with both, even if it's small, if they walk away with both, you know, I said today to somebody, what do you call the Super Bowl team that wins the Super Bowl by a field goal? You call them champions, right? Because winning is winning. So at the end of the day, winning is winning. It's not what we wanted. Let's not lie to ourselves. It's not what we wanted, but a win is still a win. So, you know, the president can't be happy. He didn't hold the House. And I'm sure he's happy because he thought it was going to be a total wipeout. And there's so much to get into about how bad polling has become in an age where there's a lot more mail-in voting, a lot more early voting, and they're only polling people who own landlines. I mean, you find me somebody between the ages of 20 and 30 who has a landline phone. Find me 5 people in that age bracket that has a landline phone, answers it, and is willing to take a survey. So I think polling has to change, or it has become a relic of the past and is no longer useful, as we've seen in the past few elections. Anyway, the point of this whole thing is I've explained to you the scenarios that could break down here. There's almost no scenario in which the Democrats keep the House. It is possible right now because it's not done, but it is almost no scenario. The odds against that would be astronomical. And I think it's important to just keep the faith. 2024 is coming. We have to pick a good presidential candidate that can win, that can unify the country, that can bring different parts of the country together, not just that appeals to Republicans or appeals to the base, but that can appeal to a broad spectrum of the electorate, including independents. I'd love to know in the comments who you think that candidate is. Is it Donald Trump? Is it Ron DeSantis? Is it Ted Cruz? Is it Mike Pence? Who is that candidate to you? I would love to read your comments about that, so please let us know. In the meantime, again, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and of course, leave your comments today especially. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.